street one day. Here's what she had to say. Life's been unkind in so many ways. I'll be evicted with 5 children, yes, hardly a cent to pay the rent, hung down head. Here's what she said. Oh, how I wish I could fly. I'd fly away so high, up with the birdies, way up in the sky. Things kinda getting to me. I need an escape. I'm sure many of you could relate. She said Monday stress, Tuesday stress, oh Wednesday stress, Thursday stress, Friday stress, oh Saturday stress, even Sunday, my only rest day, stress.
Tonight, another man jailed following sexual assault of a minor. Also, the nation's leader speaks to Family Island healthcare challenges. And later, a new U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas sits before the nominations committee. Eyewitness News starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Janelle Longley. Thanks for joining us. We begin with breaking news tonight. Mass shooting threats in the United States leading to campus lockdowns of several historically black colleges and universities. The matter impacting Bahamian students. At one school in particular, Bethune-Cookman, which is under lockdown following conflicting reports of actor-shooter threats called As We Speak. Our Linton Ritchie Jr. is following the story, and he joins me live in studio with the latest. Linton, what can you tell us?
Janelle, of course, moments before news time, a number of Bahamian students reached out to Eyewitness News after they say their university has been under heavy guard. The reasoning, alleged threats of an active shooter. 2 Bahamian students say they were carrying on about their day-to-day life on campus when pandemonium struck and everyone ran for cover.
We're scared. A lot of people are scared. We're in our rooms. It even came to a point where random students were in my room, how afraid they were.
They told us to stay in our rooms or stay wherever we are until we're told to do so. Well, told that we can leave.
We're not sure who, but a prejudiced individual saying they're coming to attack African-American people. The atmosphere right now is very quiet. Everybody's locked down. Everybody's in their room. There's a lot of police cars everywhere also. Not even access our campus at the moment. Like, there's police and SWAT from Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard all the way until I don't even know where, because I haven't came out of my room since then.
There are a lot of SWAT team. There's SWAT team people out there. There's the police out there. And there's also state troopers out there as well.
Now, Linton, during your interview, were students able to confirm where these threats were coming from, possibly any areas in particular?
Now, Janelle, of course, that's one of the questions we immediately posed to the Bahamian students. However, while it's not confirmed by United States investigators, reports are circulating that as a result of the assassination of political activist and prominent Trump ally Charlie Kirk, the threats could be linked, but still not confirmed. Of course, this is a story we are continuing to follow and hope to have more details on soon. But for now, joining you live in studio, I'm Linton Ritchie Jr., sending it back to you at the desk, Janelle.
All right, thank you. That was our Linton Ritchie Jr. live in studio for us. More details on this story can be found on our website at ewnews.com. And moving on to court news, a 39-year-old man being slammed with a 15-year sentence for sexually abusing a 12-year-old girl in Grand Bahama, adding an insult to injury. Prosecutors say this teen victim is a child the sex convict felon knew since she was 10 months old. The Supreme Court judge says Carlton Mott had unlawful sexual intercourse with the girl in a bushy area near Port Lucaya Marketplace on June 25, 2021. The court heard that on that same day, Mott had taken the girl and her siblings to celebrate her drive-by graduation. It's also revealed that the victim testified that she felt uncomfortable earlier in the day when Mott touched her inappropriately during a car ride alone. She only came forward in 2023, leading to charges against her mother for failing to report child abuse. The victim said he began molesting her at age 10 and continued until the 2021 incident. That case continues in magistrate's court with a hearing set for October. Well, healthcare challenges on the Family Islands taking center stage again after a recent issue with ambulances on Long Island. Prime Minister Philip Davis telling media in an interview today that his government has already secured new ambulances. The particular incident in Long Island has caught on video a resident lying in the back of a truck receiving emergency medical care. Davis said that the Family Island challenges are not lost on his government and additional work is underway to improve healthcare delivery.
On any of these remote family islands, the means of transporting someone ill from their place where they would have got hurt or injured or fall ill to carry them to get care would have been on the back of a truck. That's just the state of our healthcare system today. And so as a result of knowing all these things and recognizing it, we have begun training of more EMS personnel, because just getting the ambulances alone, and that's what we found out, we got about 15 new ambulances, but the challenge is we didn't have EMS personnel to be able to take these ambulances along. And so we have trained and began training many of them. So as I said, an ambulance without a trained team is just a vehicle. It is a training and a teamwork that save lives. And so we have commenced these trainings.
Prime Minister Philip Davis admits Family Island healthcare faces major challenges after a viral photo showed a Long Island resident being evacuated on the back of a truck. Ambulances are in place, but many argue services are still lacking and critical staff are missing. Well, Eyewitness News turned to social media, posing the question, do you feel Family Island residents receive the same right to quality healthcare as those in New Providence? 4% of participants voted yes equally. 96% voted no, they are disadvantaged, and 0% voted unsure. Well, the teacher shortage faced in public schools is now making its way to South Inagua. Parents at the Inagua All-Age School are voicing their frustrations after saying their children have been left without teachers in several subjects. This after they claimed the Ministry of Education failed to show up for a promised follow-up meeting to address their concerns. Our Laurencia Smith has more.
The pressures of the teacher shortage in the public system continues to mount tonight, and parents at the Inagua All-Age School are sounding the alarm, claiming their children are being left behind. Parent-Teacher Association President Sophie Smith taking to social media to lay bare the struggle, saying, quote, "Our children deserve better." She claims the school has no English, art, or music teacher and is facing major infrastructure issues. But Smith says what has frustrated parents most stems from a September 4th meeting with the Ministry of Education. During that session, parents rejected the proposal of a virtual learning as a solution to the vacant English teacher post. The ministry, she claims, promised a follow-up meeting on September 10th. But when parents logged onto the Zoom link provided, the ministry never showed or offered no explanation. Eyewitness News went to the ministry seeking answers. Caught up with Education Minister Gladys Hannah Martin just as she arrived to work.
Sought to address interim issues. We allowed questions. We allowed people to voice their concerns. And apparently we had agreed a follow-up meeting for yesterday. And I think it was a miscommunication.
Smith stressed that education is not optional. calling it the foundation of the nation's future, and insists the children of Inagua deserve the same access to quality education as every other child in the country.
That there is an understanding that the ministry is committed to the children of this nation, no matter where they're situate. If they're in Ragged Island with 6 students, or if they're in Eleuthera with 600 students, wherever, or in Inagua with 40, 60 students, whatever the number is, we are committed.
The nation's teacher shortage has only deepened since the suspension of the Cuban teacher program, leaving critical areas like mathematics, language arts, and performing arts exposed. Now, Hannah Martin says that she has directed her team to reschedule the meeting with the Inagua parents as soon as possible. Laurentia Smith, Eyewitness News.
A shocking incident unfolded this morning on a police compound here in the capital, a place meant to uphold safety and order. Shortly before 10 a.m., a firearm was accidentally discharged by one officer, leaving a fellow officer injured on the scene. Emergency teams responded quickly, rushing the wounded officer to hospital. Fortunately, his injuries are not believed to be life-threatening, and he remains under medical care tonight. The circumstances behind the incident are still unclear. Police have launched a full-scale investigation into exactly what went wrong inside the compound. While in court news, an inquest into a tragic traffic accident that claimed the lives of 3 brothers has been put on hold. The proceedings were suspended yesterday after evidence marshal Angelo Whitfield determined that key information from the police traffic division was missing. Coroner Cara Turnquest DeVoe was asked to pause the inquest into the deaths of 24-year-old Philip McCarran Christie, 23-year-old Philip DiCaprio Christie, and 20-year-old D'Angelo Christie. The brothers lost their lives just after 2 a.m. on September 2nd, 2024, when the gray Honda Passport they were in slammed into a tree while heading north on Sir Milo Butler Highway. Police said the 24-year-old driver and his 23-year-old passenger were trapped inside the vehicle. Firefighters had to use the jaws of life to remove them, but both men were pronounced dead at the scene. The youngest brother, seated in the back, was rushed to hospital with serious injuries, but he too later died. According to Mr. Whitfield, the file submitted by the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division was incomplete. Investigators reportedly believed a second vehicle may have been involved, and while 2 people from that vehicle, along with about 30 other witnesses, were interviewed, none of their statements were included in the case file. It was also revealed that the vehicle the brothers were in was never taken to a police compound for forensic testing. Instead, it was sent to a private lot. Their mother, LaVanne Christie, never recovered the car. The inquest concluded that after just 3 days of testimony in late August, the case has since been returned to the Commissioner of Police for further review, with instructions to resubmit the file once stronger evidence is made available. Well, former NFL star Herschel Walker appearing before the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee this morning as President Donald Trump's nominee for a United States ambassador to the Bahamas. If confirmed, Walker would become the first U.S. ambassador to Nassau since 2011. During the hearing, Walker told lawmakers his top priorities would be strengthening national security in the 2 countries and addressing the Bahamas' expanding relationship with China.
As ambassador, it will be my highest priority to keep American tourists and residents safe and secure. I will work closely with the Bahamian government on all matters pertaining to our mutual security. Having an ambassador in place is more important than ever. China is trying to increase its influence in the region. It has built nearly a $3 billion deep water port in the Bahamas and has made other moves that can threaten our national security. There is a rise in the drug smuggling there in the Bahamas, and this is a real danger to the United States. The threat of American lives cannot be overstated. Tackling this serious problem requires leadership, cooperation between our government.
Walker asserts that the country not having a U.S. ambassador over the years has opened a gap in the region. To this end, he is pledging to strengthen diplomatic ties between the U.S. and the Bahamas by creating opportunities for cultural exchange.
The U.S. is the Bahamas' largest trading partner If confirmed, I will advise American businesses community of trade and the investment opportunities that exist in the Bahamas. I will also make sure the Bahama government is a welcoming environment for the U.S. to invest so we can advance America's prosperity. As ambassador, I will strive to build lasting relationship with the Bahamian American community in the United States. The Bahamian American tradition and contribution are the important part of America's story. If confirmed, I will deepen our economic and cultural ties with the Bahamian people. I will also showcase American excellence through sports diplomacy.
Meanwhile, National Security Minister Wayne Monroe not raising objection to U.S. officials' concerns about the Bahamas' relationship with China, which officials say has persisted particularly during the absence of a U.S. ambassador in the country. That point being raised during Walker's confirmation hearing for Walker, who could be the first ambassador in country since 2011. Now, during Walker's hearing today, officials also expressed concerns about a sharp rise in drug trafficking, but Monroe is putting emphasis on measures in place to curb this issue.
What I did hear is him speaking about the lack of an ambassador, perhaps permitting China to come in and make relationships with us, and I think it was an incredibly sensible thing to say. If they have an ambassador who comes and looks and bats for their businesses and sees investment opportunities and you do not, then they may get an advantage. I must confess I didn't hear him say anything about a lack of ambassador having to do with drug matters. Since 2021, drug interdictions have gone up. As a matter of fact, the cause for the increase in cocaine smuggling is that Colombia stopped destroying the coca fields. That happened as a fact. So when they used to destroy the coca fields, that affected supply. When you stop destroying the coca fields, that means supply is back up, and the public would see that there have been many, many interdictions by the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, the police force, the U.S. Coast Guard, across the border.
Now, talking local politics, a government official firing back tonight on criticisms from those opposite who are being accused of making political theater out of a series of alleged crimes implicating Bahamians. Our Jose Etienne takes it from here.
Jose. No, it's an honest question.
National Security Minister Wayne Monroe brushing aside Free National Movement Senator Ruben Raming, who says a United States smuggling operation that was busted has brought the country to shame, adding that it lays bare a collapse in immigration enforcement under government's watch.
If he was in the immigration department, he would have been aware that immigration has aggressively seized persons, and we have deported I think it's 13,000 or more people, more than any other administration. So I wondered if this Ruben Raming knew about what the previous administration was not doing.
The recent smuggling operation tied to the Bahamas revealed that tons of cocaine were seized, as well as 30 undocumented Chinese nationals detained. But not just that. 5 Bahamian men were held in separate smuggling attempts, while 3 more were arrested for counter-surveillance. The FNM has since put heavy demands on government to come clean on its efforts to crack down on these crimes, but Monroe is dismissing them as hypocritical.
He would have seen that in the ministry called the Ministry of National Security, they did no serious recruitment of men. They let the fleet run down, that they didn't buy any significant part of the fleet. You require a fleet at sea to patrol 180,000 square miles.
He's also accusing the opposition senator of seeking political mileage on this issue.
These people are destined for the U.S. The Coast Guard are participating in this. So if you have people who can make it past the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, and there's nothing wrong with leaving this country and make it past the U.S. Coast Guard, that should tell people that this isn't something to play politics with, especially when you're trying to denigrate your own country. And they should stop that foolishness.
Nonetheless, government continues to laud its efforts to tackle such crimes that are impacting the region, prompting a unified response from United States, local, and regional law enforcement partners. Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.
Well, as the country moves toward a more digital-based voting process, the Bahamas Parliamentary Department is launching a series of educational campaigns to ensure voters understand what to expect. Now, part of this effort includes town hall meetings across the country, and right now, our Laurencia Smith is live at the University of the Bahamas Performance Center, where the department is hosting their first town hall meeting. Laurencia Smith, what can you tell us?
That's right, Janelle. We're here at the Performing Arts Center at the University of the Bahamas, sitting in on the town hall meeting hosted by the parliamentary department with the aim to inform individuals about the new biometric card and the adjustments that have been made to the Parliamentary Act in terms of voting. Now, I can tell you the town hall meeting has been underway for a little over 45 minutes or so, and since we've arrived, the crowd has definitely filled out, and we've observed a number of members from the community and also members from both sides of the political divide. Now, I can tell you we had a chance to speak with Mr. Harrison Thompson, the acting parliamentary commissioner. He says that the aim of this town hall meeting is to ensure that there's transparency and accuracy and that the voters understand what is expected heading into this new election as the amendments have been made to the Voter Registration Act. Now, here's more from him.
What this does now is allow we were able to get the Parliament to pass the new Parliamentary Registration Act, the amendment to the Act, and also some regulations for the biometric card. So we are on our way. These proposals built on the foundation established in 2020 under the Free National Movement administration. That amendment introduced the continuous voter register and created the legal basis for the future use of biometric voter identification. The 2020 Act made it clear that the traditional 5-year registration cycle was no longer sustainable. What we proposed and the Parliament agreed to was that now is a natural need, the step to move in another step in modernizing the process.
Now, Janelle, we know officials have noted that the plan is to have these biometric cards roll out in time for the next election, which is set for sometime in 2026. So we'll definitely be here the remainder of the night to hear more about what is to come. As we noted that this is a town hall meeting here at the University of the Bahamas hosted by the Parliamentary Department. Laurencia Smith, back to you at the desk, Janelle.
All right, thank you. That was Laurencia Smith live for us. The Prime Minister is set to review the policy on the United States, making its embassy in Nassau a hub for Haitians to apply for their visas. This much being revealed by Press Secretary Keishla Adderley. Now, just last week, Prime Minister Davis said that Haitians would not be allowed to enter the country for the sole purpose of receiving a visa, despite the embassy in Haiti being closed due to socio-political unrest in the country. Adderley today told media that Prime Minister Davis is not changing that position, but rather plans to ensure he makes the best decision for the Bahamian people.
It's something that we will have to look at, see that what we are in agreement with, what we may not be in agreement with. Now, acknowledging that this is and has always been a matter with very broad implications for the country, Prime Minister Davis has advised that he is reviewing the matter in its entirety and will make an announcement soon, which will fully detail the Bahamas' position on this matter going forward, of course, in the best interest of the Bahamian people.
More news from the political front tonight. Freetown's Member of Parliament Wayne Monroe contending that he's not concerned with the Free National Movement's candidate for his constituency. Weeks ago, the F&M ratified local businessman Lincoln Deal as its candidate for the area. Now, Monroe, a first-time Member of Parliament, expressed his hopes of being re-elected, citing the work that he says he's spearheaded since assuming his role in 2021.
I deal with whoever they send. And I don't concern myself with them. I concern myself with what I am doing. I run on what I am doing. I don't run on their ability, lack of ability, or anything like that. I don't do politics like that. Now, some people do politics like that. Some people who know me and like me may do politics like that, but you won't see me doing politics like that.
In other news, education officials say they are slowly filling the teacher shortage gap at the Samuel Guy Pinder All-Age School in Spanish Wells following parents' outrage that students in the first, second, and third grade had no teachers in their classrooms, which resulted in educators having to multi-grade. Minister of Education Glenys Hannah Martin said that a meeting was held with teachers and parents of the school where grievances were expressed and solutions are now being explored.
There's a third teacher that hasn't come yet, and that's not right. They were very pleased with the arrival of teachers. A principal is now in place. She's resumed office. It was a very good meeting, and we spoke broadly about all issues that impact the well-being of students on that school. So it was a very good meeting, and I think that I hope that there is an understanding that the ministry is committed to the children of this nation, no matter where they're situate.
With parents voicing their concerns that the issue of teaching shortages reportedly occur at the start of every academic year, leaving them feeling neglected, Hannah Martin asserts that top education for children remains priority.
If they're in Ragged Island with 6 students, or if they're in Eleuthera with 600 students, wherever, or in Inagua with 40, 60 students, whatever the number is, we are committed, and we're working hard to address the issues. And we ask parents to work with us because we have the interests of their children. Their children are our children.
Tensions continuing to build in the cultural community tonight as the government of the Bahamas is publicly condemning the Junkanoo Corporation of the Bahamas. This as allegations have surfaced that the organization is allegedly hoping to take full control of the upcoming parades. Our Linton Ritchie Jr. has more.
Controversy continues within Junkanoo community as groups are reportedly being threatened by the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence to refrain from registering or signing up with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture for the upcoming parades. According to Culture Minister Mario Bolag, he claims he reportedly received similar reports by group members, and to him, it's a clear infraction of one's democratic right.
We're told that they was to sign some declaration of support for the JCNP, and they felt that that declaration was being forced upon them.
Bolag noting if the allegations are indeed factual, it's a play he will not support.
As minister, I would not stand for any organization being forced to do anything that they don't want to do.
This alleged declaration comes days after the JCNP announced that Junkanoo parades and activities are to resume following a spat between the organization and government over the proposed Junkanoo Authority bill. That bill, officials say, will be tabled in Parliament once the House of Assembly resumes. Following meetings and consultation, Bolag says recommendations from the JCNP are being considered.
Whatever we think is best for the holistic approach of Junkanoo and the festivals that will be added to Junkanoo throughout the Commonwealth of Bahamas will be that what we'll put forward.
But amid speculation that the JCNP, who has responsibility of managing the Boxing and New Year's Day Junkanoo parade, could allegedly try to put government on the outs, Bolag left this message to groups.
They should be registered with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. Failure to do so will find themselves not receiving seed funding because we need to ensure that they are in compliance and have the necessary government documents in place.
Eyewitness News reaching out to JCNP officials for comment on the allegations. However, we are told that a press conference is being scheduled to address the concerns. As it stands, officials say some 8 B groups and 4 A groups have registered thus far, with registration closing tomorrow. Linton Ritchie Jr., Eyewitness News.
Still on education news, some concerning news coming out of Bimini tonight as more than 100 Bahamian workers at Resorts World Bimini were given notice this week to vacate the company's housing by the end of the month, a move some believe could cause large-scale displacement on the island that's buzzing with tourism activity. The Free National Movement's candidate for Bimini, Omar Isaacs, taking to his TikTok social media page as he railed against the move, arguing that it doesn't give those being impacted adequate time to pivot amid a looming crisis.
They've given them only 20 days to pack up and leave their dormitory lodging with no real alternative housing provided. That means hard-working citizens, some of whom are from other islands and have worked tirelessly for years, now face homelessness on an island where rental options are almost non-existent and prices are sky high. That is unacceptable. I'm outraged. As a descendant son of Bimini, I will not stand by while our people are treated like this. These are the very workers who keep the resort running. If they go, the service suffers. Guests feel the impact, and our island's reputation is at risk. I'm calling on the Ministry of Housing and the Department of Public Service to halt these evictions immediately. We need answers, we need solutions, and we need to know who approved this and why wasn't a safety net put in place.
Now, while no formal complaints have been made to labor officials, Executive Manager for the Ministry of Labor, Quintin LaRota, says measures are in place to mitigate the impact of this issue. Well, if you've got a news tip or if you've seen news in the making, call the Eye on News hotline at 397-6397. We also invite you to send your letters to the editor for publication on all of our social media platforms at Eyewitness News Bahamas at gmail.com. And if you're watching on our Facebook or YouTube page, share your thoughts about today's stories in the comments section. We want to hear from you. We are just getting started in Eyewitness News, but when we come back, residents are being told to buckle up as officials address water supply issues. We've got that story coming up, and later BPL officials explaining the reason behind a power outage that forced students out of the classroom. We've got more on that right after this break.
Hello, bonjour, hola, hello, ciao. No matter where your passport takes you, BTC roaming keeps you effortlessly connected. Enjoy seamless calls, lightning-fast data, and affordable roaming across the globe. No SIM swaps, no stress. Just one network, working everywhere. So go ahead, explore the world, and still be just a call away from home.
The last eclipse of our galaxy. Scientists are gathered here today to witness this extraordinary event. Simply marvelous, extraordinary, unforgettable, one of a kind. Oh man, that's amazing.
You can't ignore the craving that makes everything crunch. The new crispy barbecue bacon sandwich with barbecue sauce, cheddar, bacon, crispy onions, and an extra large chicken fillet. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Captain Cash & Go, viral videos have shown you using what is said to be super speed to deliver cash to citizens around the world. Can you explain this?
Those people are simply taking advantage of Cash & Go's Cash Now money lending service, our easy-to-use money lending portal.
How does it work?
Well, you simply enter your information along with a recent payslip, a picture of your ID, and then select your loan amount and the repayment term. We review it as soon as possible. And once approved, we could have your cash delivered to your mobile wallet, or we could send it directly to a bank of your choosing. Any more questions?
No. Thanks, Cash & Go, man.
It's Captain Cash & Go.
This September, you must remember that you save when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality supermarkets. Seabass tuna, 5 ounces, 85 cents. Devon corned beef, 12 ounces, $2.59. Red apples, 2-pound bag, $3.89. Danish spare ribs, $2.39 per pound. Boneless chicken breast, $2.79 per pound. September is special, and so are the savings at Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force is one of the most unique professions because it allows you to work in almost every field.
For the police, I fly the unmanned aerial vehicles.
I always had an interest in forensic science.
The most interesting area that I would have been exposed to would have been the fire prevention section. It's so much you can pursue.
I get to serve my community and my people every day. Log on to our webpage. There's information about the recruitment process and all of our various departments.
This segment of Eyewitness News is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back. Here's a look at your Eyewitness News gas tracker. Esso gas station and Rubis gas station the same this week with $5.48, and the Shell gas station just 1 cent higher at $5.49. This is Eyewitness News, and welcome back. The Water and Sewage Corporation now working in overdrive, restoring full water supply to South Eleuthera after the water plants in both Tarpon Bay and Waterford experienced challenges over the past few days, resulting in customer frustration across the island due to lack of water flow. WSC Public Affairs Manager Nicolette Eldon telling Eyewitness News progress has been made at the Waterford plant and sends this message to residents.
The Water and Sewage Corporation has been working around the clock to restore reliable water service to communities in South Eleuthera. I'd like to take a moment to update you on where things stand this evening. At Waterford, the plant was back to full production late this morning, and water has been flowing into the system since then. The storage tank is starting to recover, but to really build it back up, we'll need to keep up with the nightly cutbacks between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. for the next couple of nights. Over in Tarpon Bay, the plant came back online around 5:15 this afternoon, and we expect water to start running through the system again.
Now, in Tarpon Bay, Eldon says teams are on the ground to assist with building storage production as relief has already made its way to the plant, and residents should begin experiencing restoration by now.
Just like Waterford, we may need a few nights of cutbacks to give the tanks a chance to refill. We've also arranged for a barge of water to head straight to Tarpon Bay this evening to provide additional support, and our team is already on the ground and ready to receive it. I want to thank them for their hard work over the past several days, and I especially want to thank our customers for their patience as we work around the clock to restore consistent service.
Still talking about Eleuthera, students at Preston H. Albury High School were forced out of the classroom after a power outage yesterday. Bahamas Power and Light Company was not able to restore power until 9:20 this morning. BPL COO Anthony Christie says technicians only provided a temporary fix to ensure students could return to the classroom, but stressed that the original outage was not caused by negligence on the company's part.
An electrical installation was done that wasn't approved, and it should have been approved through the entities, the Ministry of Works, or a certified electrician. And again, BPL at that end would then connect to make sure that the supply is connected to the installation. But because something was not correct, this causes them to have an issue. And this could have been worse than it is. Presently, it was a minor an outage. It could have resulted in a fire, and that would have been the worst case scenario. But right now, BPL went in there, they would have done a temporary fix. But again, a permanent solution has to be done, a certified electrician has to be used, Ministry of Works has to approve, and then we can firm up this connection for the school.
Still talking news from Bahamas Power and Light. It's launching a pilot program in Eleuthera for its new AMI smart meters on Eleuthera. Chief Operating Officer Anthony Christie says the program is expected to launch by the end of the year with 165 customers in Harbor Island and the mainland of Eleuthera. He says the new tech will last for 30 days and is expected to revolutionize the way BPL does business.
And as mentioned in the video, it allows us and the customer in real time to track and know their usage. And that means you know how much you're spending a particular period or need to spend on the bill. You can conserve, again, look at ways of conserving energy so that, you manage your bill properly. But again, you would notice in real time. You wouldn't have to wait on BPL to send you the bill. You would not be concerned about bills being estimated as is commonly referred to now. My bill isn't correct, something is wrong. Well, we will know that, you will know that, and be able to address it and deal with that.
Christie says if the pilot is successful, it would cause the company to undergo a multi-million-dollar upgrade to meter boxes across the country. When asked why Eleuthera was chosen to jumpstart the program, Christie revealed that the island has its challenges, but it just made sense.
Customer base from Harbor Island in the north to the mainland, where we see a lot of varying loads and especially the length of the island. So Harbor Island being a dense population with a lot of high commercial customers, residential, it allows us to get a lot of data that we would need to fine-tune, again, what we want to get in the overall. Also, mainland has a lot of varying loads, and again, the span of the island, 110 miles, means it allows us to see really the resiliency and how we can improve the service we provide through these meters.
September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and with prostate cancer being one of the leading causes of cancer-related deaths among men, the Us Too Cancer Support Group is ramping up its efforts in education and early detection. As part of the awareness campaign, the group is offering free prostate cancer screenings with a focus on reaching men who may not have otherwise sought access to this life-saving service. Medical consultant Dr. Robin Roberts is emphasizing the importance of participation in these screenings and says this month men should make no excuses.
This September, we are pleased to see more community organizations and corporate partners committing to better the outcomes for men with prostate cancer. As we launch our monthly prostate cancer clinics at the Cancer Society in September 2025, we extend our clinic services to men identified with abnormal tests results and in all the other screening programs. We invite all men between 40 and 70 years of age to attend our prostate cancer clinics. We start next week on Tuesday, the 16th, Thursday, the 18th, and the following week on the 23rd and the 25th. We are in the east at Elizabeth Estates. We go to the west at Flamingo Gardens. Then we go to the south at South Beach, and then we come north at Fleming Street. So we try to have every opportunity for men wherever they are in their communities to come, and we have it in the evenings between 6 and 9 after work, so there are no excuses.
Dr. Roberts is also reminding attendees to bring a valid form of identification when showing up for screening events. This ensures that health professionals can follow up and share results directly with participants.
While we get the men to register how we can contact them and where we can contact them, we found a significant number of men, almost 10% of the men in some of the clinics, whereby the information they gave us was incorrect. Mm-hmm. Either the phone did not exist, the phone number was incorrect, or the place where they live. So we are already asking the men, when they come, could you bring some form of a government ID? And I think it'll make it easier for us to contact you. Because we really believe there's no need coming if you don't have your result to say, why did you come and what I need to do afterwards. You know, so there are men who says, oh, good, I've come. So they think once I've come, everything is fine. You know, that's just the first step. You know, you need to ensure that you can show that, yes, everything is fine.
In other news, fraud is a global threat, and here in the Bahamas, a renewed focus is being placed on prevention, education, and ethics. The Bahamas chapter of the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners is taking the lead by hosting its annual Fraud and Ethics Conference held in Nassau at the Margaritaville Resort. The conference brings together top fraud investigators, auditors, legal experts, and financial professionals, all with one goal in mind: combating the ever-evolving landscape of fraud and scams. Organizers say the event is more than just professional development. It's a call to action.
You heard about the phishing attacks, which is basically false emails and texts coming through, persons calling you and asking you for your banking information, and then they abscond funds from your account. You also hear about car sales where people take off, you pay them and they go off with your monies. Ponzi schemes where persons set up businesses that are false and claim that they're going to give you a lot of interest. So a lot of fraud going around and corruption. So our organization is in the fight. And this event is the only exclusive fraud and ethics event in the country. Again, you can register at bikerevents.org. The registration deadline is September 15th, and the event is on September 18th. That's next week, Thursday, at Margarita Hotel and Resort, which is will be from 9 to 5:30.
Still to come in Eyewitness News, a Bahamian delegation is off to the world's largest marketplace in China for a trade mission. But first, here's a check on tonight's weather forecast.
I've been at this for hours, right? Trying to find this bucket list bliss treasure everybody talking about. Finally! Miko, you still out here digging for treasure like you was pirates? You out here sweating like you fighting for your life? Only thing you doing is putting sand in my drink, Miko! Miko!
Good news! You don't have to dig for this treasure. Just apply and get approved for a BOB loan or credit card, and you're in to win a trip of a lifetime. Plus other great prizes like water park passes, restaurant vouchers, and VIP movie tickets. Get approved and you could be living large in Las Vegas, striking a pose in Paris, catching a cab in New York, twisted spaghetti in Rome, looking royal in London, or shopping in Panama.
X marks the spot, and it's right here at BOB. And don't forget to get a loan with my name too, because I'm going to ruin Miko.
Apply today for a BOB loan or Visa credit card. Win the trip of a lifetime, plus weekly prizes. Email loans@bankbahamas.com.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
Ready to insure your ride? Our new website is ready for you. Visit jsjohnson.com. Select coverages, go to Motor, and click Get a Quote. We've made it easier than ever to request a quote online. Fill in all the required fields. When you're done, hit Submit. You'll receive a response via email within 24 hours. Visit jsjohnson.com today.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Welcome back. The Organization for Responsible Governance has returned from a United Nations regional dialogue in Barbados, a conference focused on climate justice and the protection of human rights. The event, hosted by the Office of the High Commission for Human Rights, CARICOM office, brought together regional leaders to tackle what many agree is the most pressing threat of our time, the climate crisis. Our Delano Roker has the details.
Reshapes coastlines, devastates communities, and strains economies, the Caribbean remains on the front lines. In countries like the Bahamas, the impact is undeniable, from rising sea levels to stronger hurricanes and economic shocks. Vanessa Bethel, Senior Manager at the Organization for Responsible Governance, says history must be a part of the discussion when addressing resilience.
Thinking about how that set up your current sort of global order, particularly when it comes to the global financial system and who's sort of sitting in areas of positions of power and who also has access to the most funding and resources, right? And so thinking about how that then set countries like ours back.
Bethel also noted that the region continues to face a severe financial disadvantage.
Of all of the climate finance that is available in the world, small island developing states only get 2.2% of that. And only 30% of that 2.2% reaches the Caribbean. So that in of itself is an issue, but then also a lot of that funding is actually directed towards mitigation projects and programs when really our region needs adaptation finance, and particularly the structure of the way that funding is often distributed often comes in the form of debt.
Experts at the conference reinforced that the climate crisis is not just an environmental issue, it's a human rights emergency.
In our region, sometimes when the term human rights gets put out there, some people have a bad reaction thinking about it as this external thing that's being imposed upon, but there's deeper conversations that's being had about that and understanding that no, it's not really this foreign concept. This is about we as individuals having the right to thrive.
Bethel stressed that bipartisan action is crucial to drive climate adaptation efforts.
Since the last few elections, we've gone back and forth from different parties. And so we need policy continuity. We need to see beyond the next 4 or 5 years. We need to make sure that the ways in which that we're implementing our climate adaptation policies and of course, as org's positioned, everything else as well needs to be in a sustainable context and national development plans.
Delana Roker, Eyewitness News.
A group of Bahamian delegates are set to jet off to Yiwu, China, the world's largest commodities marketplace, for a trade mission through the Bahamas-China Friendship Association, hoping to explore new opportunities, building lasting partnership, and bringing innovative products back home to strengthen the Bahamas' local economy. President of the Bahamas-China Friendship Association, Dr. Donovan Moxey, emphasizing that this experience for local entrepreneurs will not only build economic cooperation, but bridge cultural exchange.
The trade mission is a clear example of our commitment to strengthening our economic bridge between the Bahamas and China, while incorporating elements of cultural exchange through planned visits to cultural and historic sites in Yiwu. Yiwu is the home of the largest commodities market in the world, with over 2 million products and over 75,000 stores. Our delegates will have the opportunity to engage with suppliers across diverse industries, from clothing and textiles to construction materials, furniture, and other retail products. In addition, we will tour the Yiwu Construction and Materials Market, as well as the Yiwu Furniture Market, giving our Bahamian entrepreneurs direct access to the global supply chain.
Chief of Economic and Commercial Affairs at the Embassy of the People's Republic of China in the Bahamas, Mr. Jiang Peng, telling reporters that through this trade mission, Chinese officials are hoping to strengthen direct trade and promote trade diversification.
For a long time, high quality and affordable Chinese products played a significant role in enriching consumer choices and reducing the cost of lives for the Bahamian person. Against the backdrop of trade protectionism and the increasing politicization and the weaponization of tariff policies, both China and the Bahamas recognize that the great importance of trade diversification and direct trade in growing the economy and improving livelihoods. So the Bahamian government and the business community are promoting the trade diversification and seeking more partners from the Caribbean countries, South Africa, South America, Central America, Africa. China looks forward to establish a closer trade relationship with the Bahamas.
And still to come in Eyewitness News, our Laurencia Smith will be right back after this break with the latest in sports.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites, we offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force is one of the most unique professions because it allows you to work in almost every field.
For the police, I fly the unmanned aerial vehicles.
Because I always had an interest in forensic science.
The most interesting area that I would have been exposed to would have been the fire prevention section. It's so much you can pursue.
I get to serve my community and my people every day. Log on to our webpage. There's information about the recruitment process and all of our various departments.
This year marks a milestone. The OWN Foundation is celebrating 10 years of impact, innovation, and inspiration. Join us for OWN Talks, September 12th at the Atlantis Resort, Paradise Island at 7 p.m. for a transformative experience under the theme, Activate. Taking the stage are world-renowned leaders and visionaries. Sebastian Bastien, visionary entrepreneur, philanthropist, and CEO of Island Luck and Weiss Technology Group. Barbara Corcoran, legendary real estate mogul, entrepreneur, investor, and star of Shark Tank. Vusi Thembekwayo, global business strategist, venture capitalist, and one of Africa's most influential thought leaders. Be part of this unforgettable evening as the OWN Foundation celebrates a decade of purpose and progress. And together, we activate the future.
Eyewitness Sports is brought to you by 103.5 The Beat.
The country is writing another chapter in its growing sports legacy, with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture officially announcing the start of the first ever Bahamas Boxing Academy. On hand for the red letter day was Sports Minister Mario Boleg, and he says that this is the place where boxing greatness will be birthed.
Produce boxers that will not only compete but dominate on the global stage. This is the home where Bahamian Olympians will be born. Let me take this opportunity to extend heartfelt thanks to Academy Chairman Nick Mon, who has personally committed over $1 million to this project. Let's give him a round.
The first phase of the facility is already underway and is expected to be completed by December of this year, according to the project manager, Andy Ford. Meanwhile, he noted that the academy is on track to be ready by the summer of 2026.
The two-story building south here of us was known as Facility House. Okay, it's going to be broken up in two phases. All right, downstairs of the building is going to be a boxing center for our youth development, encompass just for the seniors. So the seniors will be trained in this building only. Encompass with a canvas with a top. So in case it would rain or with hot people training, so we'll have a compass roof over the permanent ring.
Over the years, Bahamian boxers have made their presence felt locally, regionally, and internationally. From the likes of Ray Miners, Jermaine Choo-Choo Mackey, Torino Johnson, who qualified for the 2008 Olympic Games. That's why Rick Organ, co-founder of BoxWise, based in the United Kingdom, believes that Bahamian talents have consistently shined, and he says he's confident that the country's next boxing star will be discovered at the academy.
And so to be involved in this project is very special. I'm hoping to be able to provide some insight and guidance around what we've learned over the last 5 years to make us such a large charity and organisation. And I'm also equally excited to find the next future generation of champions here in the Bahamas.
And the mission of the new academy, which is set to welcome the next generation of boxers in the near future, is clear: to provide a world-class boxing training and mentorship for young people. Now let's head on over to the baseball diamond with Sebastian Walcott, who's looking to lead the Fresco Rough Riders straight into the playoffs.
Walcott's hot streak has kept his team postseason hopes alive in the AA Texas League and earned him a spot on the Arizona Fall League roster. In a recent matchup, he delivered a walk-off single to give the Rough Riders a 4-3 win over Northwestern, opening the final regular season series. In a previous game, the 19-year-old shortstop led his team to a 5-1 victory over Midland, finishing 2-4 with 3 RBIs. He's on a 7-game hitting streak, batting .393, including a triple, a home run, 7 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, and 3 multi-hit games.
Definitely looking forward to great things from Sebastian on the diamond. Well, that's what's making sports at this hour. I'm Laurencia Smith. Stay tuned for more news on the other side of the break.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Well, coming up in Beyond the Headlines with Shanique Miller, more on today's top stories she will be dissecting with her BTH contributors. That's coming up in Beyond the Headlines. That starts right after this, and that does it for us at Eyewitness News. It's certainly been a pleasure having you in our company tonight. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Janelle Longley saying goodnight.
Numbers, $1 million. Every 3 days, a number is revealed. Act fast. Your million is waiting.
Crack that code when $1 million clear.
Crack the code before the last lock clicks shut. Get ready to join the winner's circle only at islandluck.com.
Crack the code and win $1 million.
Has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay eatin' well.
Those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Tonight, an accidental shooting involving 2 police officers lands one in surgery earlier today. We have the latest for you. Also tonight, a senator is lobbying for the law to term suicides differently. We take a look at what he's proposing. And then tomorrow evening, so many of you have been talking about it and looking forward to it. It's the 10th year anniversary of the OWN event. Hear of the big names that will be in the room tomorrow. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. An officer has been accidentally shot by another police officer, and while we don't know the details of this, exactly what took place, because the police just issued something very, very brief, we understand that that officer sustained non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to hospital, and earlier today was in surgery. Here's what the police said. This afternoon, the police said that, of course, they wish to inform the public that shortly before 10 this morning, a shooting incident occurred on a police compound in New Providence. We imagine that's either there on Thompson Boulevard or at headquarters. The particulars are that an officer is alleged to have accidentally discharged a firearm, injuring another officer. As a result, the officer, or the injured officer, was taken to hospital where he received medical care. At this time, his injuries are non-life-threatening. the circumstances surrounding the incident are being actively investigated. So we're happy to hear that it is a non-life-threatening incident, but you know, it begs questioning. You know, with guns being such a topical issue right now, whether it's here or the United States, the level of violence, it to accidentally, and in any one of these areas, have people, civilians and other officers, moving about freely, doing their jobs or people coming in to get stuff done and inquire of whatever it is that they need done at the office, at those various compounds that belong to the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And for an officer's firearm to accidentally discharge, that's worrisome. And you wonder about that, because aren't these weapons supposed to be locked until, of course, if they are withdrawn, to be able to in the process of for them to be used? It's just a lot of questions to ask about that, exactly what took place, and we await further information. But I'd like to hear what my panelists think. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines, and good evening to both of you, Leslie Miller and Ellington Ferguson. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Shalik. Good evening, Bahamas. It's a pleasure to be here once again.
Gentlemen, as you heard me speak a minute ago, whether again it's on Thompson Boulevard, where we know that's very active with people, officers, everybody moving about, or headquarters, or any one of the other areas, whether police station, anywhere, people are often moving about, civilians and other police officers. And for the report to say that this weapon just accidentally discharged, that begs questioning, doesn't it?
Yeah, Shanique, I know that there are certain protocols that comes with that, and my heart goes out to the officer that's been shot, and I hope that he have a complete and full recovery. There are certain protocol that goes out with that, I know, and it's unfortunate. It's something that we need to find out exactly what happened. Obviously, it's a level of negligence, because I know that during the protocol, when you go back to the station, there's a method in which you're supposed to offload the gun, turn in whatever ammunition, take the shells out and stuff like that. You go by the Fort Charlotte police station. They have something just outside, right on the side of the building, where they clear a weapon of all of the ammunition out of it, and they have it aimed into a barrel with sand.
Exactly. I was about to say to you,
okay?
There's a way, there's a direction you point that gun
absolutely.
in, so that if by chance a bullet is lodged in the chamber and it
mistakenly discharged, it goes into that.
You don't be doing this all sloppy, because where y'all train? Because I know y'all train me. I train on the police shooting range, and so my thing is, I was taught that. And so what this officer was doing, for him to accidentally hit another officer.
Yeah. So that and many other things could have happened. So would the public need to know exactly what happened here, whether it's negligence on the part of the officer or whatever else happened. But I know there's a certain protocol that should have prevented this from happening.
You know, we trust that what has happened really was accidental, but there was no confusion between the two men in question, and that it doesn't happen again, because you have lives at stake. I mean,
yes, sir.
If that took place at a police station, you have many people in and out of that station, all of those stations at all times. And how could it have happened if you have a gun that's supposed to have a special release on it before it can fire off, the gun can go off? I just don't understand it.
No.
But again, they are investigating, so we should wait and see what the investigation turns up at the end of the day.
I hope, gentlemen, that we get the full story on this. And these officers are being trained periodically for refresher courses throughout the year. Not because they went there 10 years ago, meaning that they're still aware. Because there's no way that accident could happen or should happen. I mean, again, there are civilians walking about, there are other officers walking about, as Exhibit A earlier today. And so, it's just a lot of questions to be answered, and we want those answers, and we await those answers. But again, we're happy that officer sustained non-life-threatening injuries, and we just hope, obviously, that he remains in good condition. Meanwhile, gentlemen, of course, you know what, on this show, we spoke earlier in the week, Monday evening, with Long Island, the community of Long Island, talking about the fact that there are two ambulances there. One is just really an empty bus or van. Another is similar, And both are not in use, though. Both are not in use. They've just been sitting there over the weekend. In fact, I think it was sometime early Monday. We saw pictures of a lady having to be transported to the airport for emergency lift on the back of a truck in the rain. That touched many people and angered many people. Well, of course, Prime Minister Davis is speaking to it. Prime Minister Davis says that, listen, the Family Island healthcare system continues to face serious challenges, and we know this. It's decades old. People know that and understand it. They just wanna see some progress happening. And so he says, over the years, at the hands of successive governments, we know that absolutely. However, those challenges were on full display earlier this week after just what I described to you. The community expressed outrage and concern, but here's what Prime Minister Davis had to say about it.
On any of these remote family islands, the means of transporting someone ill from their place where they would have got hurt or injured or fall ill to carry them to get care would have been on the back of a truck. That's just the state of our healthcare system today. And so as a result of knowing all these things and recognizing it, we have begun training of more EMS personnel, because just getting the ambulances alone, and that's what we found out, we got about 15 new ambulances. But the challenge is we didn't have EMS personnel to be able to take these ambulances along. And so we have trained and began training many of them. So as I said, an ambulance without a trained team is just a vehicle. It is a training and a teamwork that save lives. And so we have commenced these trainings.
You all, it's good to hear that, and we hope things happen. I'll never forget the interview I had recently with Robert Caron. He is an aspirant, but that's not what we're talking about now. The fact that he has planned for 6 wonderfully outfitted ambulances from Abu Dhabi in that area to go to the southern Bahamas. That right there is the best news that anybody can help, because I'll tell you, in our archipelago, everything has to be duplicated, and so you need every single thing for every island. It's good to know that those are on the way. But your thoughts on how that Long Island how the images coming from Long Island a few days ago just really sparked this outcry?
Shanique, this is the most unfortunate, and especially hearing from those gentlemen that you had on your earlier show that talked about the ambulance that's just sitting there. And as a matter of fact, one of the gentlemen stated clearly that they're just a shell. They doesn't have the necessary equipment in them. They're brand new with the plastic sitting on the seat. I mean, come on. The Ministry of Health, Dr. Davil, something is not going well. I mean, what it is to have
Where
somebody...
Where is Dr. Darville, if somebody can say?
Somewhere MIA. Why is it that we have 2 ambulances there, none is operable, none is ready to cater to the needs of these people, and they've been there more than a year? This is a definite dereliction of duty on behalf of the Ministry of Health, and it's failing the Long Island people, and I can imagine many other islands of the Bahamas. How many other islands of the Bahamas may have an ambulance that's not working?
Ellington and Leslie, that is why I said I'm happy to see what Robert Caron is doing. It's just another month or so until those ambulances arrive. He said so on this show, so we will hold him to that. But it's necessary for those islands, Leslie.
Go ahead.
I think the bigger question is, who's responsible for these vehicles on the Family Island? Is it the commissioner? Is it the person who's responsible for health on the Family Islands? How could these things be taking place if someone is being paid by the people's treasury to get it right, and the 2 ambulances are there, inoperable? How's that possible?
I don't know, Leslie, but it took the Prime Minister to have to come and return to the nation to address it. We couldn't get we couldn't get any answers otherwise. I don't get it.
You have an old lady on a big flatbed truck. How the hell is that?
In the rain.
This the Bahamas, man.
After being injured.
This the Bahamas. You got to do better than this, man. And there's no excuse for it.
No.
None. And I don't know why we bought in those vehicles that is not automatic.
Standard shift.
You know how Bahamas like to ruin things to begin with. They probably ruined the gears within a month.
But the thing
Come
is,
on,
but
man.
the thing is, the
You can
fact
do better than
is,
this.
that standard shift ambulance has been there for about a year now. You mean nobody could have been trained to drive it? I mean, we flipping just fully done.
What you had to bring in the
But Shanique, I had a problem with
that.
that from the beginning.
Yes.
I mean, why for an essential service like ambulance would you bring in a standard shift?
I agree with you.
and age, man.
Why?
I agree with you, but also until you can do different, why not Ministry of Health ensure someone is trained, or at least two people are
That's
trained?
what I'm saying.
It's as simple
Who's
as that.
responsible on those islands for those vehicles?
Well, because nobody could touch
Who's
it.
responsible?
Leslie, you didn't hear the interviewer.
Yeah.
Nobody could touch
Nobody?
it. The nurses, those have the keys, and they don't. The key
The
in
nurse?
the key in a little glass cage, and all they do is looking at the key like this. Because nobody could miss and touch the key. Because if they touch it, they have some explaining to do.
And the vehicle is sitting
Well, how
there
the nurse
rotten.
get
The
the-
vehicle will
I
probably
have
need
no idea.
repairs
I know
before you
what's
The
going
use
nurse
it.
is responsible for the vehicle?
This here worse in Mayberry. You hear the term I used? Fully done.
Something like this
They gotta
heads
come better than
should
this
have
one.
ruled for
Exactly.
something like this. I take that very
Someone gotta be
seriously
responsible.
for the
It
health care
is-
of the people
listen.
on these family islands. We're taxing these people. These people have got to pay the same tax that we pay on New Providence
Absolutely.
here, and it's absolutely unfair for them.
Absolutely,
man.
absolutely. Get it
Gotta come better than
together. Again, we had to wait, the reporters and the media had to wait for the Prime Minister to come and address that because we could have gotten no other response
Why not?
from the Ministry of Health. No response.
And I mean, Long Island was
Not for lack of
just
trying.
beginning to sing the praises of this government
this
for some of the
administration.
things that
All the
they're
roads and
doing.
everything
And
else.
here we come. We
And the
just
airport.
squandered that right away. And no, man, we've got to get it together. I'm glad to hear what the Prime Minister says he's going to do.
Yes.
It should have been done a long time ago.
Should have been
Let's
done.
get
And then-
post-haste
and
with
then-
it.
And then it's almost, it's almost like then what's the use of anybody around? Because if the Prime Minister has to be the one responding to everything,
Everything,
and
I
mind
mean-
you, he is the top person. He should know and give and be able to speak to every
Yeah, but
matter.
every minister has a responsibility,
But you extend
And
you.
those who
there's-
work for the government
Thank
departments
you.
and are paid by the people's public treasury has a responsibility to fulfill those duties
So who is the
that they are
permanent
given.
secretary in the Ministry of Health
Yeah, who?
and the Minister of Health?
The
Exactly.
Minister of Health, the PS.
Come on, man.
Once the PM
Come.
have to step in, I think a head should have ruled.
Exactly.
Stop playing games. Fully done. Look it up. It's a Jamaican term. Look it up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, gentlemen, the Prime Minister is set to review the policy of the United States, making its embassy here in Nassau a hub for Haitians. Now, you all saw the response of the U.S. official
Yes.
here saying, "Listen, it's really the Bahamas' discretion." Well, the Prime Minister said that last week when we were
Yes,
in
he did.
Exuma. He
Yes, he
said in
did.
Exuma last week. Basically, it's the Bahamas' discretion, and the Bahamas is not willing to open its borders any further because the Bahamas understand it already has an issue. You all watched the show last night, by the way.
Wide open right
You all saw
Shanique, is there another door to open? If both of the front door are wide open, which door are you thinking about opening?
Just go to the sides and the back and through the window.
Well, they're doing that.
The front door is already wide open.
But-
We have a daily or every other day flights coming in from Haiti,
Yeah, Bahamas,
loaded. So if
So
you
the songs
think,
that they coming by boat. Well, Bahamas says they forget the damn boats. We
come,
can
let's
bring them
come
by
fly with
planes.
us. We don't just fly here; we live here.
Oswald, we know the
So,
Bahamas
so
better than anybody
Shanique,
else.
so
yes.
if you think, you can't think that Haitians are dumb people. They are not. And if Haitians have gotten the okay to the U.S. to come into an interview, you think now, hearing what the Prime Minister say, they're going to get to that Bahamas Air and say, I'm going for an interview?
I'm going for a visa.
And if you listen to the big fat
Come on.
Haitian guy that attacked us viciously a few weeks ago from Abaco, say how dumb and stupid we are
That was a few,
as a
that's
people.
about a few years ago.
No, that's not a few years ago. That's a few weeks ago. What few years?
They brought it back because
Yeah,
it's a
that's
political
an
season.
old video. That's an old video.
I'll tell you this. Press Secretary Keishla Adderley spoke to this earlier today. Let's hear what she had to say.
It's something that we will have to look at, see that what we are in agreement with, what we may not be in agreement with. Now, acknowledging that this is and has always been a matter with very broad implications for the country, Prime Minister Davis has advised that he is reviewing the matter in its entirety and will make an announcement soon, which will fully detail the Bahamas' position on this matter going forward, of course, in the best interest of the Bahamian people.
Well, of course, you all heard Press Secretary Keishla Adderley there saying exactly what the Prime Minister intends on doing, how he is approaching this issue. But again, the ball is in our court. We are a sovereign nation. We can decide exactly how we're going to go about this, particularly as we are already saddled with an illegal Haitian immigration matter. But gentlemen, before we wrap the segment, Senator Darren Pickstock this week has said he wants and he is lobbying for suicide to be removed from the law books in the Bahamas as murder, as a crime. Now, before you all jump in, and I want to hear what you all have to say, I want Senator Pickstock to figure if somehow we could go against how the Bible sees suicide. The Bible sees suicide as murder. You can murder someone else or murder yourself. You take your own life. And I know he's saying it's a bit more complicated than that, because he is saying that there's mental health issues involved. And while that is true in most instances, I imagine, when a person resorts to taking their own life, how do we, gentlemen, plan to go against Scripture? Because that is where the law was first based on to begin with.
Shanique, I think it's something that we need to have a dialogue on, absolutely. He raised a very important topic. Now, how we go about this, whether we change the law or not, but I definitely think a discussion needs to be had, because there are different things. People can be on the mental issues. Then some people do it out of anger.
They do it out of so many things.
Out so many different things. People have issues with their spouse or someone. They just go ahead and just murder everybody and then themselves. So it's a conversation we need to begin having, and everything on its own merit. I don't think it's a blanket thing, and so I would not say a yes or a nay in this one.
But the salient point is, and the question is, how do you charge someone with murder that killed themselves? What's the purpose?
You don't charge them. You don't charge them. They.
So what is this murder?
The case was open and closed. The case is open and closed.
It's finished with.
Mm-hmm.
You took your life, and the Bible tells you how God feels about that. But this foolishness.
Well, I think that's
on the book. It shouldn't be on the book. It should be eradicated.
When you come to charges, that's going to be between that individual and God.
Exactly.
Yeah,
in this case, the court is charging the individual for killing himself.
Only God could.
But the court doesn't, right? The court doesn't, because it's an open and shut case.
Yes.
Yeah, but if he is saying that it's on the books now, that it's considered to be murder, and I'm out of here, I killed myself. Murder who? I'm gone.
I don't know. I think it's just there to reflect biblical standards and how the Bible interprets it. And quite frankly, I'll tell you this, many Bible-believing people would say leave it exactly where it is, because it's an open and shut case to begin with. There is no charges coming against anybody, because they self-exited. That's what they did. So, Senator, you know something? I'll tell you this. There's so many things in the Bahamas. How about help with them ambulance in Long Island? How about you lobby for that? You know what I mean?
Really, yes.
Do that, Senator Darren Pickstock.
You got too many votes on that one.
Do that. Leave what belongs to God alone and focus on what you could fix in the Bahamas right around you. Do that. Listen, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we are going to shift gears. Ian Thomas is here, and we are certainly looking forward to hearing exactly what he has to share with us just ahead of the weekend. Beyond the Headlines is back right after this.
Sting Junkanoo Group is celebrating 25 years of music, and you're invited to the greatest show ever. Counting down the years, performing hit song after hit song. Stevie S, Colin McDonald, KB, Dyson Knight and D-Mac. Saturday, November 1st at the Farm Marshall Road, 8 p.m. until. Tickets can be purchased online at www.bahamasettickets.com for your skybox or to be a food vendor. Call 424-6433, 477-0191. Sponsored by ZNS, Island Luck TV, The Farm, Gatorade Today and Co. Limited, Krista Minute and Associates.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
You work hard to provide for and protect the ones you love. However, life can present unexpected challenges. Who you call in times of need matters. Insurance Management is a Bahamian-owned company that has been serving our community for over 40 years, offering a wide range of coverage for all of your personal, professional, and commercial needs. When life happens, rest easy knowing that our skilled and experienced agents are there for you in your time of need, so that you can get back to what matters most. Insurance Management. Nobody does it better.
Crack the code and win $1 million. Crack the code and win $1 million.
7 numbers, $1 million. Every 3 days, a number is revealed. Act fast. Your million is waiting.
Crack that code, win $1 million clear.
Crack the code before the last lock clicks shut. Get ready to join the winner's circle only at islandluck.com.
Crack the code and win $1 million.
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. 1 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers is here in this segment, and Ian always comes loaded. I'll tell you, the gentlemen are sitting right there and ask Ian for, I wouldn't tell you what they asked him for, but I believe he also, he came prepared. He came prepared. And so Ian, it's always great to see you. Good evening to you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. We are anxiously awaiting to see what deals and steals and where it is that you're directing us to shop this weekend.
Well, I'm here to do that, exactly what you just said. Can I just say what I want to say?
No,
My spiel? Okay, great.
Yes, go right.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ian Thomas, and I am here from Direct Marketers. Direct Marketers, of course, is a marketing company where we specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. So if you have a business or a business idea and you want to know how viable it is, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Dial 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Is that okay?
That's excellent, Ian.
Okay, that's great. I got to talk about some stuff, but September 11th is usually a summer day. But then also, it's a great day because one of my clients, a young person that I love so much, DJ Overdose, it's his birthday today.
I think you know him. You kind of know him very well.
Yeah, I know him pretty good. He is somewhat.
Yeah.
He's my boy, man. That's my boy.
That's your boy.
That's my boy. Now. He's
Literally
like a
and
son to me.
figuratively. I know.
He's
I mean,
like a son to me.
does he know that? Like, does he
I
know
don't
that?
know.
Like, you see him like
I see him. I'm like, you go. I'm on his. I'm a part of his charity squad. So he called me and he says, "Listen here, please tell Shanique Miller that I'm over here in Malta and people over here they know her."
Listen to me.
That's where he was.
DJ
He was
Overdose.
in New York. He was in New York. Then he flew to Germany. And then from there, he was supposed to go to Spain. He didn't. But he's in Malta right now. And he says, tell Shanique Miller that people over here know her and they love her.
DJ Overdose, I want to say to you, by the way, you are one of our cultural ambassadors, incredible guy. Happy birthday to you. I hope you're having an amazing, I'm sure it's night and sometime over there. But listen, like later night, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is happy birthday to you. Thanks for watching from all the way in Malta. And your father is here sitting next to me.
Where?
Yes, your father. Your father is sitting, and he's quite proud of you.
I'm like a father.
Been proud of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. And by the way, Ian, also hello to UK that's watching as well.
Wow,
we have
And
audiences in UK.
today, also, what they did for him, he's done a collaboration with Burger King, and they dropped his sandwich today. So he has his own personal sandwich. It's called the Burger Dose. There it is. And it's absolutely delicious. We all went in and tried it.
Ian, hold that up.
It's absolutely delicious. Where is this
Right here,
camera?
this camera. This
This
one.
camera, yeah.
You all see
so
this?
You got to go check it out.
So you all got to go check this out.
Yeah, so Burger King and DJ Overdose doing a collaboration. It's amazing. The sandwich is great. And they just decided to drop it on his birthday. So they say, go down there and get the combo. And it's 1,000 points, bonus points you'll get if you purchase today. And the combo is only $9. So, hey, big up to DJ Overdose and Burger King doing incredible things. Yes.
Again, happy birthday, Ambassador.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
So I got to jump straight into this.
Yes.
Premix. I spoke about them before a little while ago. Premix Precision Mix Concrete Limited. It's ran by Terry Camp and his family. Man, I call there, and his son sounds exactly like him. I get them all mixed up, but they're wonderful people. And people always ask me, hey, Ian, where is the best place, or what exactly is Premix Precision Concrete? And what I tell them is, this is what they are. They're a local company that owns their own factory that manufactures the best blend and highest grade of concrete for all your projects. They have a fleet of pump trucks and that delivers the concrete directly to your work site, all ready and prepared to be poured in specific sections that you request. I had the opportunity to let them come to my home, and I was adding on a little small piece in the back, and they came there. All my guys did was just clear the area and put up the barriers, and the guys came in and they poured and everything, and it was perfect. I didn't have to wait around, and hire some other laborers to come in and do the sand and the concrete mix and all that.
Yeah.
This was so perfect, and I was so happy with them.
So that takes a few steps out of the process.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
Awesome.
So if you want to give them a call, the phone number is 361-8930. 361-8930. Where are they located? They're located off Tonic Williams Darling Highway, and they're sitting squarely on the City Dump Landfill Road. And I also turned my cousins on to them a couple of weeks ago, and they said, Ian, I had a great experience. The guys came by, they gave me a quote, and in no time it was done. No mixing, no waiting. Absolutely great. So Terry Camp, you guys are doing a wonderful job out there at Premix Precision Concrete, and thank you so much for the great deal you gave me. So that's what I want to say about them. J. Carey Auto Center. Are you familiar with that company?
I'm waiting to hear more.
J. Carey Auto Center. They're located on Minnie Street off of Wolf Road. Their phone number is 328-5744, 328-5744. They're number one, what I say, in collision repair for all small fender bender accidents. Or if you have a big accident, you can go there also. Just bring your vehicle in, and they're going to give it back to you like it's absolutely new. They do the best body work on the market. You're going to get, they've said to mention that they have, if you get an estimate, it's 50% off, and they can get rid of all developing rust stains on your car by using environmentally safe, top grade materials to stop the spread of the rust. They also attack future trouble problems if they see, and stop them from, turning into something so much bigger to help your car last longer. So this is something that you definitely want, because your car is one of your biggest investments. So that's important. And now that they've become EV Body specialist, you know EV means?
Electrical vehicle.
Wait, Shanique, we don't know a lot, yeah?
I kinda
So
know.
they,
Kinda, sorta.
they're certified to be EV body specialists. You can bring your car in. So you got the JAC, the BYDs, and the Teslas. You can bring those. Don't let anybody, just anybody, work on those vehicles. You have to have a specific type of body guy to be working on those vehicles. And I'm going to tell you again, don't take it to just anybody. You have to go to J. Carey Auto Center, and they'll do that for you. If you're looking around for hard-to-find parts, no other car company can help you locate hard-to-find parts for your Japanese, American, or European vehicles at the lowest price. So let's just say you need a headlamp or radiator or fog lights, bumpers, windshields, rims, tires, moldings, and brackets or grills. You want to give them a call for almost any car brand and any year that you're looking for. It's not going to be a problem. So many Bahamians have voted them #1 in auto repair, and I am so pleased that I have a chance to be a part of something so amazing. What else I want to let you guys know? So if you got a luxury car, sports car, and you want custom paint job done, give them a call. And trust me, you're going to be very, very happy. They got professionals, body workers, I should say, and sprayers who will make your ride look absolutely gorgeous. No time, you're going to be in and out. So you don't have to wait around in your car for so long. They're going to have it in and out in record time. Let's just say you brought in a car from the auction, or your car's been in an accident. In order to have it pass safety inspection for the road traffic, you cannot have a crack in your windshield. So if you're driving around right now and you have a crack in your windshield, you could be setting yourself up to get some kind of fines or traffic infractions. Get that windshield fixed or repaired, and you want to go to J. Carey Auto Center right there on Minnie Street and Wolf Road. And also, they want to let you guys know, they also have a tow truck that's available 24 hours a day that can come and pick up your vehicle. Let's just say you're stuck somewhere far out. It comes and picks up your vehicle, picks you up, drop your vehicle off, and drops you off. So it's all. I always say you should have a tow truck car company in your phone.
Oh, there are many. So you can just. I agree.
Yes,
everything to do with your vehicle, you should have that in the phone.
Yeah. That's another form of safety. Mm-hmm. So the phone number I'm going to give you. He says I'm able to give both numbers, the cell phone number and the shop number. So the shop number is 328-5744, 328-5744, and 454-1061. 454-1061. These guys are honest, dependable professionals that just want to make sure your car drives and runs properly and looks absolutely gorgeous. That's J. Carey Auto Center right there on Minnie Street off of Wolf Road. Phone number 328-5744, 328-5744, or dial 454-1061, 454-1061. Also, Dr. Carrie Bullard. Because last week I was just calling her Dr. Bullard. Dr. Carrie Bullard. She said, Ian, last time you talk about me, you keep on talking about, oh, she's pretty and she's smart. She said, can you focus on the smart part?
Yeah, focus on the fact that she's a doctor.
She's a doctor. So Dr. Carrie Bullard, she wants to let everybody know, listen, there's a new location that they opened up. And she wants to invite everybody down there. They're going to be having a live remote and opening in a couple of weeks. So what I want to say about her, she loves her patients, and when she talks with them and speaks with them, she speaks in layman terms, and the facility, when I go there, is always clean, no matter which facility I go to. That's Advanced Family Medicine, Wellness, and Spa, and they're expanding, like I said, so they're open another location in the western part of New Providence in One West Plaza. That's out west, One West Plaza. That's where it is. They invite you to their exclusive open house on September 19th and 20th, and it's from 12 to 6 p.m., where wellness meets convenience. That's what is so important about them. So you're going to have an opportunity to get free health care checks. So you're going to be able to check your height and your weight, your BMI. What is BMI?
Body mass index.
Body mass index. I could just go right to Shanique Miller is my new chat GPT. So you're going to go ahead and you can check your body mass index, your blood pressure, your blood sugar and cholesterol, and the first 20 visitors. You're going to also be able to have, they're going to give you a no-pay card. No-pay cards are going to be given away to the first 20 guests. And you can use them through until the end of October. 50% off on all selected vitamin shots. So this is something that you like.
Yes.
So you can boost your body and make you smart and everything. It's these vitamin shots. So listen, you can get vitamin C, vitamin B12. You can get those shots done. They have a beauty shot. This is called the Triimmune. Tri, of course, means 3. Triimmune, the beauty shots. You can get zinc, vitamin C, and
Glutathione.
Glutathione. I was practicing in the car, and I still didn't say it right. What an idiot. Say it again.
Glutathione.
Glutathione.
Yes.
It sounds so good. Glutathione.
Yes.
Pass the glutathione.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So you're going to get zinc, vitamin C, and glutathione. But Shanique Miller, you saved me, boy. Thank you so much. Also, I want to let you know that shot is ideal for caregivers and individuals who might be prone to frequent colds and flus. You're going to have beautiful glowing skin when you take that shot. Or you can try their skinny shot. It's designed to help you feel good, look great, and stay energized. And it's perfect for those who work in the focus on your wellness and your weight management. That's ideal for that. So I've learned that the vitamin D shots, that's excellent to support for your skin, your liver function, and your immunity. So that's vitamin D.
A vitamin D shot.
Vitamin D shot. Yeah. So I want you to go on the September 19th and 20th and check them out at the open house if you're available, of course. Yeah. I'm going to give out the phone number. I know I'm just reading, rambling on. 557-1517. 557-1517. Once again, 557-1517. And for those who already know about the facility Advanced Family Medicine, they want to let you guys know, go and visit them or come and visit them on their Shirley Street location and Prince Charles Drive. There's a location that's right next door.
Tell Justin keep his mind on the gutter when you said about the vitamin D shot. But go ahead. You know where the Bible.
Give me that vitamin D shot.
I wonder where the Bible is.
Listen here, I like it. So Shirley Street is Prince Charles and the new one in the One West Plaza out west. And don't forget, they also have a drugstore and pharmacy out east that sells vitamins and supplements and beauty products. So whether it's for restoration like Botox and chemical peels, mold removal, you can go and check them out. That's Advanced Family Medicine. So what else I'm going to tell you about there? They also, individuals who want to lose weight, you can go ahead to Advanced Family Medicine, Wellness and Spa. If you want to lose weight, they're now offering Ozempic, semaglutide shots, Mounjaro, and tirzepatide. Are you familiar with tirzepatide?
I'm not sure.
Tirzepatide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all of these are weight loss programs, and
I've heard. Yes, I've heard.
Yeah, and some work with individuals better than they work with others. So this is one of the only companies that I'm dealing with that offers all four of them. So that's wonderful. So you can have a professional doctor walk you through the whole process while you come and take your weekly shots. And while I was here, I was listening to a little podcast, and they said that they normally start at a high dosage. Start at a low dosage and then keep moving up until you reach your desired weight goal, and then you can do whatever you want to do there. So it helps you, makes you feel full quicker. So you're not having those cravings.
It's all over the internet.
It's all over the internet.
And people have had tremendous success.
Success.
And also additional health benefits.
Yes.
I've seen it.
So people are losing 5 to 10 pounds in the first couple of weeks. And then some people have lost up to 30, 40 pounds. So it's whatever your weight goal is, they can help you manage it, but you want the proper healthcare individuals to walk you through this. So go down there and check them out. And don't forget, the open house is September 19th and 20th, 12 to 6 p.m. That's going to be at One West Plaza out west. And the phone number again is, here we go, 557-1517. 557-1517. I can't believe I'm going to leave this part out. Also, individuals who need to go and be checked out. You might be embarking upon a new relationship. Go ahead and get those STDs and STIs checked out. STDs and STIs.
They can do your status.
HIV testing, chlamydia, trichomonas, gonorrhea, herpes, syphilis, and hepatitis B. Like I always say, it doesn't make any sense you walking around burning and itching down there, and and you say, you can't do that. That don't make sense. That's not normal. And you say, babe, I smell an odor down there. Is that me or you? Did you just come from by Portisky Dog? So you say no. You don't want that odor to. As I rewind on the juice from my mind. Okay, so Dr. Carrie Bullard says, come down there, and she get rid of all them things, just make it scratching and itching, and, ooh, child, don't come around me. So the phone number is 557-1517, 557-1517. Go down there.
She chose the right person to come talk about everything she does.
Advanced Family Medicine.
And
Go
now
check
that
them
you're
out.
talking, I think I have an idea for you. I think I've seen a photograph of her.
Yes, that's very good friend for a very long time. I know her kids, wonderful person, and she loves her patients, and she's so knowledgeable, like I want to always tell people. SHSS Electrical, I always talk about them because I love this company so much. I love all my companies, but especially this one here. If you are in the need for anything electrical, this is where you need to go. Don't go downtown, don't go in Palmdale, don't go Carmichael Road. You want to go to SHSS Electrical. They used to be on Mackey Street in the Henry F. Store building, but they've moved. So now they're through Chesapeake. When you turn to Chesapeake off of Mackey Street, it's right down the road on the left-hand side, about 100 yards down there. You'll see a nice big building down there, and you're going to get everything you need. So what do they carry? They carry those 2x4 LED flat panel lights, now only $77. The 2x2 LED flat panel lights, $42.90. You can get the 4-foot universal LED bulbs, now $6.60. That's a great price. The Dusk to Dawn LED floodlights with bulbs, $22, I just said that. Square D main breaker meter combos, 8-space, 16-circuit surface mount, available in 150 amp and 200 amp. And remember, they have all the decorative ceiling fans and lights that you want, the ones with the motion sensors and everything that you've been looking for to make your house look really, really good and to keep you nice and safe. The phone number, 827-3150, 827-3150, and you can dial them. Their other number at 821-3150, 821-3150. So that's SHSS Electrical. I only got time right now to say a few things right now. Individuals out there, you might be having problems with your knees. You want to get yourself the knee bands. Here I am. The knee bands. These are nice and strong. These are only $25 for one. If you have any old injuries, maybe arthritis or anything, you want to put these on and you're going to feel great. Give me a call. My number's on the screen, 552-0212, 552-0212. Also, this is ideal for those dogs that bark in your neighborhood. You get this. This is a dog deterrent. It's a high beam ultrasound sonic sound.
It shuts them up?
Yes, and you press the button, boom, and the dogs stop barking. You're not going to hear it. You press this button.
That doesn't harm them?
It doesn't harm them.
Child.
It's this high-pitched sound.
Let the people know how to contact you because that's a necessity.
Last night, the dogs were going crazy in my neighborhood. I had to put in the neighborhood group that these dogs are bananas.
So did you press it?
I pressed it. I went outside and I pressed it, and the dogs that went in front of my yard, what they first do is it turn their head like this, and they don't want to be around, and they run away. Yeah, so that's a whole nother story for loose dogs. I know you had somebody on from the Humane Society before. So this is ideal. This is a great product to get. Also, people have been asking about this. This is the Jimarito Eye Honey. You having problems with mucus in your eyes, floaters, blurriness? You want to get the Jimarito Eye Honey? Give me a call. I'm going to get you this. It also helps individuals with glaucoma and cataracts. Ideal. Also, minoxidil. You women, you ain't got no edges. You guys trying to grow your beard, it's a little patchy, or you have a bald spot, get the minoxidil. This is ideal to grow hair. You're gonna love it. And lastly, everyone's asking about a blood pressure monitor. Blood pressure monitor is only $65, not like the old ones back in the days that go with batteries. This one is definitely one that you just plug in, charge just like your cell phone, only $65. I had such a great time here tonight with you, Shanique Miller.
And so did I.
This is Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers. You give me a call, 552-0212.
Hello again, Malta. Hello again, UK. And hello again, Italy. People watching everywhere. United States, thank you so much for watching. And of course, around the Bahamas, thank you very much. But don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Own 2025. You guys know the wonderful seminar and event that happens on Paradise Island annually. It's tomorrow evening. Stay close.
Fly fishing for me is kind of a way of life. My father was one of the pioneers that started the fly fishing industry.
I grew up around the industry, but it was mostly spin fishing until the invention of the fly that changed the whole fly fishing industry as we know it today.
Well, fly fishing, in my opinion, is an art form that subscribes to artificially inducing a fish to take a lure.
It's fishing, but it's more like hunting than anything else.
So it is hunting, one aspect of it is, and the second of it is creating a lure that you are imitating that is of the environment.
You're actually stimulating the bite by them visually seeing the actual lure that you're sending to them.
Crazy Charlie is the fly that revolutionized, as we know, the saltwater fly fishing industry. It was invented by my father he recalls seeing the bonefish chasing a little bait fish called a minnow. He took a couple chicken feathers and some bead eyes of a military tag, and that was the beginning of the advancement of saltwater fly fishing industry on the flats as we know it today. The importance of that fly allow you to be able to fish for bonefish in various depths of water.
Captain Rupert Lead, my dad, who's also a pioneer in the industry, his fly was called the gotcha fly, and it emulates two things: the minnows, which is a small bait fish, and also a shrimp pattern. See, there's so many legends that I'm now standing on. Percy Darville, Ivan Nemo, who would have passed, Raymond Mackey, you've got Sidney Nemore, Carl Moxie. These guys were filled with knowledge. They were self-imposed scientists. They saw these fish act in a certain way, and they know how to target them on specific tides. I feel extremely proud to carry the baton on, knowing that I can actually teach other youngsters how to carry the mantra, and they themselves can pass it on to other generations.
This year marks a milestone. The OWN Foundation is celebrating 10 years of impact, innovation, and inspiration. Join us for OWN Talks, September 12th at the Atlantis Resort, Paradise Island at 7 p.m. for a transformative experience under the theme, Activate. Taking the stage are world-renowned leaders and visionaries. Sebastian Bastian, visionary entrepreneur, philanthropist, and CEO of Island Luck and Weiss Technology Group. Barbara Corcoran, legendary real estate mogul, entrepreneur, investor, and star of Shark Tank. Vusi Tembekwayo, global business strategist, venture capitalist, and one of Africa's most influential thought leaders. Be part of this unforgettable evening as the OWN Foundation celebrates a decade of purpose and progress. And together, we activate the future.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. 1 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's so awesome having you join us. Of course, we're shifting gears in this segment, and we're talking about that ad that you've been seeing now for quite some time here on this show and, of course, on Eyewitness News, the OWN event. You know, that is a much anticipated event that happens annually, and it's tomorrow evening. Are you registered? Will you be in the ballroom at Atlantis? You want to be there because you all know this economy is growing and expanding by leaps and bounds. We are being encouraged to just create and tap into new industries and help this economy further expand. And what better way than to sit in the front of people who have done this and made it their life's work and are now super successful, among the most successful in the world. It's the 10th year, by the way. I'm really excited to get into it. Carlo Ramsey from IL Cares is here with me. Of course, he's one of the organizers from our parent company, and so it's good to hear from him and have him here and hear him all about tomorrow evening. Good evening to you, Carlo. It's good to have you here. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines.
It's always a pleasure to be here, Shanique. How are you doing?
Excellent. I'm doing so
That's
well. Let's just jump right. First of all, I mean, during the break, I said to you, Carlo, man, listen, I saw Barbara Cochran. I saw this guy, he appears to be from Africa, I believe, maybe one of the countries in Africa, all successful. Then, of course, there's Sebastian, who has done this for the last 10 years. We'll talk about the significance of this 10-year anniversary, but let's just talk about this own event set for tomorrow evening.
Listen, this one is going to be one for the record books. Like you mentioned, this is our 10th year, and we're going out and beyond. The marketplace opens at 5 o'clock. We got networking. We're going to meet everybody in the marketplace.
Yes.
Everybody that has anything to do with entrepreneur and small businesses. You have places like Inland Revenue. You have places like Ally, like BTC, SBDC, Investar. All these places, they're going to help you, give you the knowledge that you need as an entrepreneur, as a small business. And that's where you start. Our doors open at 7, and then that's when the show gets on.
And listen, one thing I like with the OWN events, when they say 7, this ain't 7:30, it ain't 7:15. So you got to get straight from work, straight to Paradise Island, truly. Now, what I like about that marketplace that you talked about, this is a place for small businesses, well-established businesses, where you can find the information you need for your small idea, perhaps your business that's already been launched, for you to just become more empowered, network, and get the information you need to continue to grow.
Yeah, you put it all at your fingertips. So tomorrow's Friday. Everybody like the happy hour, so make us your happy hour. Like I said, the marketplace opens at 5. We have about 15 to 16 different vendors in the marketplace, and that's how you springboard and get ready for the show. The show is going to be one of a kind. I'm not sure if everybody knows or seen the yard, but you know, this is the springboard for our own grant application that's open at the end of the show. But what we did different this year, we opened up the portal for a live pitch for your business.
Wait a minute, you all gonna put somebody on the spot in that audience tomorrow evening?
So it's not gonna be on the spot. So what it was, the portal was open last week. It's open for a week, and everybody submitted their videos of their business. It's 100. We had about 100 applicants that turned in their videos, and it's gonna be narrowed down to a few. And those who are selected are going to be able to pitch to the front of the speakers.
Wow.
at OWN Talks.
Well, I'm sure they're ready. Talk about pressure, they're ready. Now, let's go inside the ballroom.
Yes.
We have seen the ads. Yes, we have. We couldn't miss them because it is just so compelling to look at. Plus, the names we're familiar with.
Yes.
Let's talk about the guest speakers that are scheduled to appear tomorrow evening.
And of course, we have to start off with actually see Sebastian, who has been doing this for 10 years, like you say, and every year his story resonates to those in the crowd. You know, everybody gets a bit or a part of the story that makes them feel like, hey, that was once me. I can be this. I can get to this point. I just have to believe in myself. And then we have the real estate guru, financial expert, Barbara Cochran. She's going to be there too. She's going to be there full of energy, full of life. And I can't
What
wait.
do you expect her to share with the audience?
So she has this, I can't say for sure. She didn't say exactly what she has said is going to be a good show.
No, but the thing is, I love
but
what you
her-
said, because you already said that she's a real estate and finance guru. Imagine just what richness is going to come from her.
So I think the knowledge is one thing, just listening to her speak in her presentation, and then the person who got the pitch, just being able to get her feedback for your business. You know, that's one of a lifetime opportunity. And then we have prominent South African, Fusui Temawau, who is an author, a businessman, an investor. He does it all. Excited to hear him and see what he has to offer. He has a unique presentation based on one or two of the videos that I've seen. So the whole show is going to be epic. You don't want to miss it.
I have not heard of him, but just to see him on the ad that has been playing now for at least a month, I mean, he's obviously compelling to look at. I imagine in South Africa he's a big deal because South Africa is one of the fastest growing economies in the world, and certainly in all of Africa. So I imagine he has a lot to share about business and getting started and staying motivated and staying the course.
Yes, for sure. But you have to be there to experience it.
Yeah, who should be in the room, by the way?
Everybody should be in the room. You, me, everybody watching. Come on down, man.
I agree, because you hear people, especially Bahamians, us, complain so many times about the opportunity is not there, or the funding for the opportunity, or who knows what to do. Sometimes being in a room like that can cause you to become more creative and to think outside the box, and will be just the kind of recipe that you need.
Yes, definitely, because you realize now, let's take the OWN grant recipients. We have done over 44 persons, almost $1 million in grants, over almost $4 million invested between the OWN talks and the grants and the whole scenario. We have dedicated our time to the community and helping young entrepreneurs. And this is not a loan. This is a grant. This is for you to springboard your dream, your aspirations, your what you want to do, and this is the place to come. So after you leave OWN Talks, you should feel inspired, motivated, energetic, and ready to
tap into this economy, and while, listen, there are many people who look, even in our own nation, who look at things and say, man, the glass is half full. I love it. I'm just gonna put more that the glass becomes full. And then there you got the others, the pessimists, who'll be like, dang, this glass is only half full. The thing is to go into an environment like that and see the possibilities, right?
Yeah, you can't doubt yourself, Like I said, I think the colonel from Kentucky started his business at 50 plus. So it's never too late. You have to believe in yourself. And that little doubt that you have, I guarantee you after this OWN Talks, it's going to be behind, and you're going to be eager and ready.
You always walk out of that ballroom feeling like you can walk on water, feeling as though everything is possible, feeling as though, wow, maybe that idea isn't so silly after all. Maybe that idea is just what this economy needs. And what's awesome, Carlo, is that the world is now, because of social media and because of all the rest of it, the world is now a place where we can cater to the person in South Africa, for example. They're just through the internet. Just put your goods out there, your services, your knowledge base, put it out there, and somebody somewhere will make a purchase.
Definitely. So, I want to also mention that we also try to put you in positions to succeed. We've been offering for the last 2 years AI OWN master classes. Right? We've been focusing on AI, but on Canva, CapCut, and we're going to move into different verticals. And we're going to put you in a position to win. So you come in these classes and you sit in these classes and it's free. You take all that knowledge and you take that and you put that to help develop your business plan. For when the portal does open, then you know you have all the information you need.
All the information you need. I love that.
To submit a great application for a better opportunity.
Absolutely.
And how it resonates too is, when you come to the marketplace and you see some of the past winners and say, oh, well, I know him, we went to high school together, or I know her, that's my neighbor, or that's my uncle's daughter. It's like, it makes you feel like it's possible for me, so it's all, it's all relative. Come on out, take the information that you can, and enjoy the show, man.
I totally
and it's free of charge, and it's still open. Go on ownyourbahamas.com, follow the prompts.
What is it?
Ownyourbahamas.com.
So you all heard that, ownyourbahamas.com. To register, just to register.
Yeah, get a free ticket. It's a free ticket.
To get a free ticket.
Yeah.
And you and your friend, you and your girls,
your co-workers
come in and pack that room, because it's the information is free. You can't pay for a seminar with Barbara Corcoran on your own, or to be personally coached. You can't pay for one with Fasui. I like that name. I want to shake his hand. But you can't. These people, to work with them one-on-one. It's tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can't afford it, but it's free tomorrow evening, all because Sebastian 10 years ago decided that, listen, he wants to, while he obviously has realized significant success, why not open the door and make it possible for another Bahamian or many other Bahamians to do the same thing?
Yeah, it's become a movement. We want to continue to grow. We want to continue to empower Bahamians, entrepreneurs. And, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop at just the persons that apply from the outside. We even do it on the inside, you know, within the company.
Yeah.
Invest in our own, you know.
Yes.
So last year we would have given, I think, 3 or 4 persons that work for the company, opportunity to grow their own business, their own entrepreneurship. So they are employees within the whole arm.
That's excellent. That's
Yeah.
I need to talk to you after the show. Listen, y'all, I need to talk to Carlo myself. I see, listen, and so the Hot Topics panelists stuck around after just to hear from you. They wanted to hear more from you. I see Ellington showing me, Shanique, I am registered. I got my ticket. I'm happy you stuck around, Ellington, because he said from earlier this week, him and another person, they're going to be in the room as well. And so I'm happy you all stuck around as well. But yeah, this is really, again, for anyone, whether you are in a business, whether you want to grow your business, whether you want to find unique ways to do that. Also, of course, again, that idea that you have can turn out to be that $1 million idea if you would just get in the right space to be inspired and motivated and with the right tools to be able to make it happen.
Sometimes that's all you need, just to hear that voice. They hear somebody make it, so they believe in you a bit more than you believe in yourself, and that encourages you to believe in yourself a bit more.
So what time is it start again?
5 o'clock is the networking on Marketplace, and doors open at 7.
By the way, you all listen. Now you gotta come. You gotta come out there. Now, if you at work or somewhere on another island, you know, or out the country, you can watch us stream live. You can watch us. We will have a live broadcast at 6 and showcase many of those businesses, those people who took advantage over the years, over the last 10 years of this wonderful OWN event. And you will just have a great time because we'll share some of their stories with you. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, so am I.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, Carlo Ramsey.
Thank you for having me.
From IL Cares, talking about the OWN event tomorrow evening on Paradise Island. Be there. You can be there from 5 o'clock. Make sure get in the room by 7, though. This is really awesome. It's amazing what happens. And so thank you once again. I want to thank all of you for tuning in this evening. Certainly been a pleasure having you along, and I look forward to seeing you right back here. Well, I'll see you tomorrow evening from, right, yeah. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everybody. A fantastic weekend. See you on tomorrow evening.
The Verizon Media Group, home of ILTV, Paramount Systems Limited, Eyewitness News, and Beyond the Headlines.